Hey everyone, so today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how I use waste hay to bed my chicken coop and save money on my chicken bedding. What typically happens when you have a bunch of hay is as you take hay from the big stack and bring it down and then end up opening up bales and everything, you end up with a lot of loose hay on the ground. So with this loose hay, you can sift through it and see if it's usable. I mean, if it's dry, if it's not too dirty. Obviously, if there's nothing gross in it, some of it can be fed still. So you sort of have to just filter through it and see. The stuff that's too gross or packed down, or if it looks soiled, that's what I bring down to the chickens so that they get this for their bedding. Alright, so I'm going to start by scooping up all of the loose hay in the stall and then also sweeping up the whole barn floor so that we get all of those little specks of hay down to bed the chicken coop. Okay, now that the cart's full, we're gonna take it down to the chickens. I'm going to do the chores, so feed and water them, and then we'll spread out the new bedding. All right, good morning, chickens. The speckled Sussex are always the first to come out. They're the ones that have learned to roost. They're just the brightest birds of this bunch, for sure. Ruby's such a good girl. She stays watch, makes sure nobody gets out of the coop, but she doesn't come in. Okay, let's bring in the fresh bedding for these guys. How I know when I need more bedding in here is, number one, if it smells, you know you've gone too long. If it starts to get that like nasty chicken coop smell, it's time to put down more carbon. When I'm using old hay like this, it tends to compact, and so it's really hard for the chickens to fluff and scratch in. For that reason, I do really like using wood shavings or wood chips. However, when you have old hay like this, you want to use it for something. I added a pretty good layer in here and I still have some hay left, so I'm going to put it in the run because we also bed our run deeply and it definitely needs some more, so that's what I'll use the rest for. So I really am quite pleased with how the chickens are doing. The fall chick thing so far has been a success, I would say. I would do it again. They haven't had any problem acclimating to the outdoors. I slowly raised their heat lamp over the course of maybe, I don't know, a couple of weeks. And thankfully we've had a pretty mild Minnesota winter. So it's only gotten really cold a couple of times. So yeah, I'm really pleased with how it's going so far. And so that's how I like to use waste hay to cut down on the bedding costs for my chicken coop. It really is a win-win because it takes something that really is a pain to deal with in the barn and turns it into something that's so beneficial for the chickens. Thanks for following along today, and I'll see you again next Sunday.